Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to deal with the Adventurers Guild. Could talk to him, but I think to talk to them as well. You look healthy, so limber. Someone like you wouldn't have any problem killing the goblins around here. Get some good exercise. Work up a nice sweat. Guildmaster William's too old nowadays. Tell me about yourself. I wanted to be a boy adventurer, but I didn't leave home until I was 47. But I learned a lot living at home with my mother and father until I was 47. What did you learn? Not to live at home until you're 47. Yeah. You have to pardon me if I'm a bit out of sort. I just emptied the old Meister's bucket again. Yeah, the poop bucket. I'm wearing one. It's how we need. That's how we keep the beast at bay. By putting a fresh perimeter around the guild every morning, but the smell always leaves me a touch lightheaded and stop sniffing the poop buckets. Tell me about yourself. I try to eat plenty of fiber. That's important when you get older. Yeah. Hey Wade, how you doing? Everyone should keep a bucket on hand and on their head. Tell me about Guildmaster. Tell me about Guild Volunteer Seppo. His digestion is as regular as the old Meister. Even when I stuff my pies with prunes, I think he must sneak away into the bushes. That's why I never managed to fill up a whole bucket. She really wants people to fill their poop buckets. How are you doing? Tired as usual, but yeah. I'm trying to stream a bit more often whenever I can, so I'm streaming something relaxed. A new face. Don't see those often. Not many adventurers out there anymore, but as long as there's still one adventurer left, we'll keep the guild open for him. Good. Tell me about the guild. You mean you haven't heard about the famous Adventurers Guild? Oh, I heard about the poop buckets. Fortune, honor, knights, like no other. Yeah. Used to be adventurers would pour into Hardland. We were always brimming with good stories around here. World's different now. What's different? King took a downturn. Sure, there are still adventurers out there, but nothing like the glory days. It's not a head scratcher why you ain't heard much about us. But say now, how about yourself? You an adventurer? Well, you can see I'm wearing a poop bucket on my head. I'm definitely an adventurer. In that case, you ought to join the guild. You, we have, we don't have much to offer, had to say. Yes, had to say. It's like we did years ago. But sometimes it's just nice to belong somewhere We're always open to accepting new recruits. Yeah. Don't mind me. This old man could talk all day. Yeah. It doesn't look like it, but it's not easy to have to read the bright light shining directly into my eyes. That makes a huge difference. How do I join the guild? All it takes to join the guild is proving yourself. Well, I'm wearing a poop bucket. Is it not enough? In the past, guildmasters had new recruits, slay goblin captains, or voyage to bring back carnivorous flowers from Hardland, or spend midnight vigils in haunted crypts. Pretty standard test, although you wouldn't know if from how often people died. Okay. But these days, what with me calling the shots, I've got a different plan. Guild volunteer Martha will give you a quest. If you can't complete it, you're in. Do I have to fill a bucket? The old Meister always fills his bucket up, like a good boy. Yeah. Tell me about the Guildmaster. The old Meister is such a kind soul, so noble and, well, maybe not. But so virtuous and, well, perhaps virtuous isn't the right word. But he's kind. I know he'd rather be somewhere else, but instead he's here because the guild needs him, and because he seems to be paralyzed. Where would he rather be? At the ocean. I can see it in his eyes. He gets that distant, far-off look, and you can just tell that he's thinking about waves on sand. Plus, he told me, but he's kind. He's kind and he stays here. Bless the old Meister. Yeah. Filling his buckets. I've come for a quest. I see the old Meister has sent you. It's time. You have to fill yours. Take it off your head, fill it up. Oh, would-be adventurer, will you accept my quest, whatever perils it may pose, whatever risk it accomplishment may engender, whatever danger you may suffer in your effort to attain its goal? I guess I will. Then receive this holy provender, made from the oil from the sour summertime tresses, whose golden grains whatever within field. Take to your bosom this sacred nourishment. Deliver it. Deliver it where? Into the very mouth whose speech compelled you toward this quest. Trace your footstep to the start and feed him who would feed you his blessing. Every end it's his own beginning. Yeah. Martha's pie. Let me guess. Prune pie. To help him fill his poop bucket. Right? Where is it? Must be this. I guess this is it. Yeah. Deliver Martha's pie. Now, here's what I call a reward for a quest. Martha does bake the most heavenly pies. I wonder what the hell she puts in them. Pardon me a moment, I'll just... Yeah, she puts prunes. Did that pie hit the spot? I'd share somebody's gum. I'll leave it to you. Was that the test? Beats sleeping in the crypt, don't it? It ain't over yet though. Bringing an old man his daily bread may seem simple, but what value did it demonstrate? That's the question. What's the answer? Loyalty. Know how to follow orders, know who to take them from. Fetching a pie may seem silly, but you did it. Just remember, an adventurer's loyalty lies in adventurers first. Now you're ready to join? I guess I am. Then I induct thee, son adventurer, into the Adventurers Guild. Wherever your travels take you, may you find adventure. Oh, and don't forget the complimentary hat. Don't I wear one already? What a shame. It's not as smelly as the other one. It's dashing, it's daring, it's an adventurous cap. Is that a chicken's feather? Did someone dye it yellow? Never mind. Okay then. Makes me proud to see another adventurers wearing that cap. Although I think we'll both agree that I still wear it better, eh? I wear it better. You wear it better. We both wear it well. Adventure is what matters, not fashion. We both wear it well. I see what you did there. Taking the diplomatic tack, eh? Alright, it's true. We both do wear it well. But he still wear it better. Yeah, sure. I know it just ain't fair that I'm handsome as I am. Well, you know. It's never too late for an adventure. Just follow your dreams. Alright then? Tell me about yourself. Never really planned to spend my final days manning the guild. But it's an honor. An honor. Before I became guildmaster, I was an adventurer too, but adventure take its toll when you're my age. Gammy legs, gammy back, gammy me. Can you walk? Done all my walking in my youth. Used it up. When I was just a squealing babe, I probably had a cradle. Now I've got this chair. For a circle, eh? You want to visit the sea? Guild volunteer Martha had you here, didn't she? I told her not to worry, I'll stay here as long as I'm needed. But what adventurers don't want to visit the Catodon Sands? Yeah, there's one place I'd still like to travel, that's it. Why the Catodon Sands? All adventurers ought to make pilgrimage there at least once. That's where Sir Pilgar slew a great worm, according to old legends. Anyhow, crawled into its belly and cut its way out. Now it's a beautiful... now it's a beautiful beach. Never got to see it for myself. It'd be nice to sit back, watch the sunset, listen to the waves. An old man could die happy after that. But duty calls. I gotta run the guild. Last I heard, mercenaries got it locked down anyway, okay. Yeah, you have to free the town if you want him to realize his dream. His final wish. Tell me about the animal masks. Convincing, aren't they? My handiwork. Might not get out of adventures anymore, but I've still got hobbies. Learned to sue from a queen. I could tell you how I met her. Or did I already? No, you didn't. My memory ain't what it was, strange, but even though I can't remember what I ate for breakfast, things from decades ago feel like they just happened. Continue. Well, it don't matter. Want to hear my past adventures? You just ask. Old men love to tell stories, and if I'm anything, I'm an old man. You don't grow a beard like mine by staying young. Tell me about the guild volunteers. Guild wouldn't function without them. Seppo and Martha may not be adventurers, but they keep this place in shape. I'm more what you'd call a figurehead. Can't work when you're stuck in a chair. What do they do? Oh, you name it. Trim the edges, sweep the walkways, trim the edges. Yeah. And fill the poop buckets. That's important too. Important to keep your hedges trimmed. Anytime I write a letter, Seppo makes sure it's delivered. Like I said, when you're stuck in a chair, helps to have help. Hey there, trying to drop by and how is the game working? It's doing alright, it's pretty relaxed. Just as I wanted to. How's how's your day going? Tell me about your adventures. Members used to swap stories. You wanna hear one? Maybe how I got this hammer, or how I met a queen, or how I... About that time I went questing with an elf. I'd be glad to dust off the old memories. Hmm. Tell me about your armor. Which, at some point in the game, we can get it from him. See this breastplate I'm wearing? Yes. Take a good long gander. I can't zoom in. Think it's silver? Iron? Think again. Quite a story how I got this set. Back in the day, I would take any job. Hang around the docks, you'll find some work. That's how I shipped with 3 Mertos sailors. Said they wanted a warrior to guard their boat. Too many pirates around the outliers. If you met a Mertos, well, you ought to know that nobody fights a Mertos. Yeah, they're pretty big. And 3 Mertos together? Forget it. But I had empty pockets, and I was sick. Stuffy nose, couldn't stop sniffing. I thought a voyage might help clear my head. We were 5 days out before I got suspicious. These Mertos had some gigantic harpoons, and there weren't no pirates in sight. Something's fishy around here, I thought. Mertos are big fellows, like to hunt big game. 7 days out, that's when we first saw it. Like a long silver necklace. No, like a string of diamonds. Seemed to stretch across the old ocean. The 3 Mertos brought out their bait. You. That's right, yours truly. Ever wonder how Worm feels on the line? This old man don't have to wonder. Of course people have ideas about dragons. Some call them serpents and some call them worms. Well, I'll tell you what dragons are. They're big fish. Well, maybe they're more like eels. But they bite like fish. You reel them in. Anyhow, that's what those murderers tried. Tied me up with rope and dumped me overboard. The dragon bit. You cannot imagine its breath. Rotten eggs, dead bodies, don't compare. Anyone else would have suffocated. But I had a stuffy nose. I got my rope, wrapped it around the... What do you call that dangly throat thing? Dragon didn't care for that. Soon it's thrashing, spitting, snorting. Out its snort, its this bold adventure. I hung onto its nostril for dear life. It's smacking the ship with a wallop. The Murtas are throwing harpoons. One breaks the dragon's scales like glass. Dragon thinks enough. Down comes his tail. No Murtas after that. No ship either. Something else people don't know about dragons. Their scales float. I must have been adrift for days. I held on to one of those broken scales. Finally washed ashore near Fortuna. Lovely town, by the way. You ought to visit. I did. A smithy let me rest above his shop. What I have to repay him? Only the scales. But he wouldn't take them. Too precious, he said. What he did was forge them into this armor. A test for his skill, and he gave it to me. You know, I can't even remember his name. Old age always gets the last laugh. Now the lesson's not to avoid Meritus, but to think twice before chasing a dragon. Yeah. To this day, I still sniffle a little. And that's the story. Well, right. Always love telling it. He's done, so he can tell another story. Which yarn should I spin? The one about the elf, the queen, or maybe this armor? Well, we know about the armor. Tell me about the queen. I wasn't always an old man, you know. Don't say. You should have seen me 20 years ago. When nobody more willing to meet a challenge. Happened one day I heard about a royal bounty. Savage wolf, adventurers wanted, Snow Peak. Beautiful city. Cold as hell, but beautiful. They've got a queen, beautiful too. I swore I'd cash that bounty for the queen. So went off hunting in a roaring blizzard. First mistake. Never go off hunting in a roaring blizzard. You don't say. My beard was frozen stiff. I couldn't hardly see my nose. I couldn't hardly see my nose. That doesn't work. Had to take shelter somewhere. But at least I'd brought some Belton ale. That's what they brew around those parts. Thought I'd have myself a little drink. Second mistake. Never have a little drink inside a cave. 3 pints, couple of cinnamon rolls later, and I'm sleeping like a rock. I'm not alone when I wake up. There's the wolf licking its chops. Only don't like her, you average wolf. It's bigger, blacker, got smart eyes, and then it starts to talk. Wants to know who's sending folks to kill it. I says, no one's sending folks to kill it. It says, not the queen. I says, not the queen. Third mistake. Never think you'll talk your way around a wolf. That beast was on me, ripping me to shreds. I just managed to grab my sword and drive it through the monster's heart. It's a corpse, but I'm a bloody mess. Blizzard's raging. I'm out of my head. I'll die if I don't warm myself. I had to skin the wolf for a jacket. You should have seen me limp to the city. When I meet the queen, I'm still bloody. But she's fascinated by the tale. Invites me to stay and report everything. Strangest part was that wolf's pelt. It went too impressive in daylight. Not big, not black, nothing special. What beer makes you imagine, eh? Just a common wolf versus a common man. Common man with manly battle scars. Took me weeks to mend. All those weeks I slept in the castle. Grew close with the queen, if you follow. She liked that I knew how to skin pelts. We lied there and talk about later. Must sound peculiar, but she's an expert at skinning things. Taught me how all I know about taxidermy. Nobody can thread a needle like she does. Still, she's a queen. I was a common man. After I recovered, I went back on the road. She went back to ruling, not that she'd stop. Months passed, and I heard about another royal bounty. Savage Wolf, Adventurers Wanted, Snow Peak. Fourth mistake. Never think you're special to a queen. I suppose any wolf would have done. She just wanted someone worthy to pass the night. Was worthy enough, at least for a little while. Almost feel like I'm remembering a dream. But it was a dream. It was a good one. That's the story. Yeah. So from this we got the recipe 3. Beltanel. 3 Beltanel, I think, with cinnamon rolls, right? I think we can just get the story again and really skip his dialogue. Nope. If I really wanted to see the recipe, I'd have to go through the part where he goes to the drink. Three pints of ale. Belton ale, okay. Three pints, couple of cinnamons. Tell me about your adventures again. About the elf. Oh, this must have been 60 years back. Didn't have a gold coin to my name. I'd gone to a tavern, wanted a drink. Thought I could sweet talk the barmaid. I did more than sweet talk her. Ha! Of course, her father didn't appreciate it. He was the publican, chased me right out. Would have killed me if I didn't clobber him. Rolling pins got their uses, right? So there I am, trembling at the roadside. Stone cold sober, not a stitch on me. Happens an elf in the tavern, saw it all. Comes ambling over this elf with an offer. He's scouting for iron ore, wants a partner. Was he gonna pay me elven gold? You bet your bones I said yes. Off we both went, not a second too soon. That publican was sniffing for my blood. But me and my elf friend made it to the woods. Spent the better part of a month exploring. Ever wore elven clothes? He lent me some. I'll tell you, they're darn tight. Still better than nothing when the wind blows. Every day we'd search for rocks. What rocks? Beat me. never figured it out. My elf friend didn't seem to mind. Think he just liked the company. And every night, of course, we drank. We'd sit around a campfire, trade tales. Now I'm a drinker, but drinking elven gold doesn't exactly leave me alert. Him though, he was as sharp as a knife. Never got drunk. Can elves even get drunk? Just got one more and more wide-eyed. Like he could see things I couldn't. And one of those nights, what did he see? Bandits. It was so dark I never would have noticed. My old friend just pulls out his bow and thwap, thwap. That's my impression of arrows hitting bandits. They were all over us, and I'm still drunk. Meanwhile, his arrows were flying for thwap. He almost clears out the whole lot. Until a hammer comes down. Bam. Who's holding it, you might wonder? The publican. That good-for-nothing publican. Truth was, he was also a bandit captain. Always get on the wrong people's wrong side. He hunted us down, and now he's got us. Male friend's too injured to move. My stomach rolling. I can hardly stand. This is the end, I'm thinking. Now I've done it. That's when I vomit. Right into that bandit captain's face. Down he goes and up jumps the elf. A few more arrows and we're in the clear. Now what's the moral of this story? Sometimes it's good not to hold your beer. Years later I went back to the tavern. The barmaid weren't a barmaid no more. She'd become the publican, but even then, she still liked my sweet talk. As for my elf friend, he found his iron. Went on to much larger things after that. You might know him as a matter of fact. Woldomir Ethaniel. No, I don't know him. Sure, he's the High Elven Lord, but for me, he'll always be that wide-eyed elf at the fire. And that's the story. Okay, so we got all the stories out of him, and we learned a recipe to see a giant wolf. But I don't have 3 built, and I've got only 2. And I cannot get his armor, like I said, until I free the portal guard. Just going to pick up the torch. So yeah, to free portal guard, I'm gonna have to talk to the big guy in chief. Have we? Yeah. This would take me to random interior. I don't understand why they made it that the non-quest related houses take you to random inside, but I guess it's different. I don't know. I'll sit at the fire so we advance time, because it's pretty dark. They're going to loot. Oh! One more belt and nail. And another. Maybe I could try the recipe now. Doing the dream part are not really necessary, but they give you clues. So, kind of a good thing to, you know, take notes. I don't want to talk to you, random person. They've got another merchant captured. This one's fatter than the last. Maybe they always that fat. After a while, these conmen blend together. Wow. They made it so even talking about merchants is being racist. Don't mind me, I'm just rubbing the place. Saying that like they care. I don't want to kill the chicken like I did the other day. I don't want to talk to you, random person. I don't care about you one way or the other. Yep, I stole everything from these peasants. Good. We got a weapon. And health potion. Oh yeah, you cannot steal those pies for whatever reason. You can still destroy a stall. it's one of those things that I find so creepy about this lady. She has a lot of meat pies that you cannot, you know, carry in your inventory. You know, well, I mean, you can carry in your inventory. I mean, you cannot steal from her. And she feeds a bunch of goblins like pets outside the town. And those pigs, who are, you know, basically eating people, really love her cooking. So I kind of suspect that she's feeding them suspiciously made meat pies. And this, yeah, they have a merchant inside that place. If you talk to these guys, they're gonna try to get you to get him to leave, and you'll shoot them and die so you can loot his corpse. But like I said, I feel like I would be able maybe to get him to leave safely if I deal with the main quest of this town. I mean, we already saved 2. Have we already done it in this save? No, I haven't saved that guy yet. Not in this one. But yeah, I usually save the 2 merchant prisoners. You could do an evil character and just, you know, deliver this prisoner to the pig pen for him to be devoured. But I feel terrible about it, so I don't do that. But yeah, you say evil lady, yeah. I have no proof, but I suspect she feeds people. Well, people. Oh, ham. I knew I saw something flying. I care more about, you know, the farm animals than I do with the NPCs, to be honest. This guy is the only one who looks evil and yet is against the horrible thing that happens in this town. So it just tells you not to judge a book by its cover. It is really dark, so I guess I'll just go sit at the fire real quick. I also, you know, try the recipe. So yeah, first I sleep, so it saves. And now we see on this. Okay. I will, I guess, try the recipe. Oh, it is. Okay, 3 built-in nails and a couple of cinnamon bun. One, two, three. 1, 2. Moonlight paints a castle white. Its silver's doors open. Silver's door. Silver soldiers kneel. Nope. I guess I did not have the right recipe. So I lost 3 belt and nails. But yeah, this game will always give you some kind of recipe that you have to remember. Let's try to not have the vase fall in the water. Okay. Don't mind me, I'll just break the stuff before talking to you. Can't move. Yep. My legs, my feet won't walk, won't listen to my brain. Can hardly breathe. Tell me about yourself. I'm just a merchant to ask for this. I thought that the union would protect me. Now I know better. Why do you say that? I'm still stranded here, aren't I? They don't care whether I survive. To defend myself. No reinforcements. None will come in time. Talking hurts. More than it should. Yeah, probably something about your lungs being punctured. Tell me what happened. They tried to capture me, thought they'd overpower me, but they didn't expect what? That you'd shoot them? That my blunderbuss could blast off someone's head, and yet they still tried to kill you? Managed to injure me. I can't stand without something to heal my wounds. Talking hurts more than it should. Yeah, I can help you, sure. I've got the penal elixir, yes. My injuries won't mend without the penal elixir. Nothing else would be enough. There. You do. Citadel medicine. Please, just one drink. Yeah. How it tickles the tongue. Can feel it running through my blood. My muscle aches. Like they had a good exercise. Oh my word, I can wiggle my toes again. If only things were so simple. Do you feel better? With every passing moment, those swine shan't corner me again. I only wish I could repay the favor, although I wait a moment. I do have something. The boar whose head I blasted off won't need this anymore. I should warn you, however, it hasn't been washed. Except the hunter's helm. Thank you, adventurer. You're welcome. What's the point of paying union dues when the union just leaves you to die on the beach? After I've recovered, I'm going to take a long rowboat around the coast. I won't peddle their wares anymore, even if it means living in poverty. At least it will mean actually living. You could give me your ring. Because at some point you're gonna have to talk to the leader of the... which I'm about to do. And he will ask at some point to give him all the rings you find of the merchants' bodies. I think he gives you 1,000 gold per ring. What do you want? Forge this, Quintus. Repair that, Quintus. Sharpen my sword. Hammer my helmet. I need a new shield. I need better armor. It's always something around here. Tell me about yourself. I'm not one to talk about my personal life. What do you care anyway? Tell me about a wild hunt. Servants, that's what I've become. March here, kill them, pillage this town, ransack that one. Someone else always decides what we do. Sure, it pays, but Maximus would have laughed in her face as if he ever saw us hoping to obey orders like this. Tell me about Maximus. He was a warrior, only cared about a good battle. Those were the days. We'd slaughter and pillage whoever we wanted, whenever we wanted. Now look at us, look at me. I'm talking to you when I would have just struck your head off with in the past. What changed? What else? Leadership. Tell me about your armor. It is indeed my armor. Pleased to get some recognition. Helmets, especially crafted with snouts, don't just grow inside mines. Arming all the soldiers in the wild hunt's no simple task. Sounds like hard work. Damn right, it's hard, but worthwhile. You strike a certain terror into someone's heart when your armor looks like a flayed pig's carcass. They see the toss, the metal shines like blood, and they know they're looking at death. Not really. I'd like to buy some armor. Yeah, too bad. I've been chewed at too much for selling arms to commoners. Can't even make spare change without her damned consent. Does he have anything to say about me wearing this helmet? Make them squeal. I want to hear it from 2 towns away. So says the helmet. That's a nice helmet. I ought to know. Out of all the styles in Hardland, I always recognize my handiwork. Lucky you found one. Normally, only my brothers get armors from me. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to talk to some specific NPCs because they have something of a story to tell. And if you're doing too much, you're going to skip most of it. Appalled that anyone would mock such a fine headgear as that helmet you're wearing. It's truly terrible, a worthy visage to frighten victims. Your commander must be proud, and I'll bet that your war grunts are quite horrifying too. Yeah, he thinks I'm... yeah. So let's just wear something better. Can you believe what happened to this town? Overrun by vile pigs. I've never seen such an ignorant, boyish, brutish bunch in my entire life. Nothing but bloodthirsty butchers, the lot. I couldn't agree more. What they did to old Bond makes me gnash my fangs. Seizing his house was disgraceful enough. They did that to me too. However, I'm a wizard. We couldn't defend himself. That blood Londa. That lumbering oaf moth gave him 2 broken ribs. And you know what he made the Von Bun say? What? Mutt made him say thank you. Don't worry, these pigs can't overhear us. Well, yeah, I don't think they would care anyway. Tell me about yourself. I'd be more inclined to chat if we were speaking comfortably in my workshop. But my workshop, like almost everything else in this town, has been repossessed to garrison the commander's swine. Sorry, that repulsive little alchemist had better not break anything. Oh yeah. I remember there's a little piggy character who's concocting poisons and stuff. Explosions. And at some point you're gonna have to talk with him. Tell me about Port Pulgar. It wasn't always like this, I assure you. Everyone who lives here is accustomed to brusque sailors and trade disputes. We're a tributary dock for the merchant union after all. But these mercenaries are another matter entirely. When did they arrive? They trickled in and out for years. They used the kingdom's ports like anyone, but this current extended occupation? We can thank the maniac in the villa on the hill for sanctioning that. Okay. Just going to break down more of the stuff because I can. Don't underestimate him. Maybe old men typically ain't dangerous, but the fiend would just as soon boil as blink at ya. Whenever we ain't fighting and he can't get prisoners, he'll start requesting volunteers. People keep losing their teeth. It's strange, one minute they're babbling like a right brook, the next they're coughing crimson ivory out. What's also strange that they're always criticizing health when this happened. I honestly could not tell you the cause, and luckily my fist ain't learned to talk. Something's gotta give. I swear, if we had our own fleet, I'd be the first on a gangplank to board those Union ships. Nothing would please me more than a naval sortie, but they have the upper hand and they know it. This embargo won't break until Port Pulgar does. So yeah, these two are just back and forth insulting this one defenseless merchant. Again, I'm just going to rob this place. On my way. Make me. Can't you see I'm on patrol? Someone's got to make the rounds and double check the town folks aren't doing something stupid like expressing discontent. If they are, they won't be when I'm done with them. Uh-huh. Yeah, I kicked you. How about it? So yeah, there are pigs inside. They expect you to just take the merchant and put him in the... Alright, so before dealing with the quests, I'm going to talk to the prisoner merchant's mother first. So, yeah, last time I did not do that, and she was gone before I even knew she existed. Oh yeah, I haven't gone to the other place first. Okay. One thing I like about the man pig quest line is that they're going to decimate this town. So mostly you'll find a bunch of dead guards that you can loot their corpses for, you know, their weapons and other loot. Of course, they leave the NPCs alone. They just kill the guards. I'm not going to loot the whole town like I did the last time. It would take forever again. I'm just breaking the vases outside. Some other time I will clean the town. Okay, I'm done breaking stuff. Now we got another place to teleport from. Just pick up the loot. I don't care about you, sir. Even if every soldier in the city dies, our enemies will never breach their lion's mouth. Never say never. There. I don't remember the hat I can loot. Is it on this ship? Oh no, the hat is next to the accountant. Okay. Oh yeah, she talks to him. She won't stop it. My poor boy, all alone at Port Pulgar. I have to reach him. Tell me about your boy. He needs me, can you understand? He needs me, yeah. I wish I had smaller ears. This woman won't stop babbling. Please, good sir, help me. I'll do anything. Do you see what I mean? Day after day, night after night. I've told you a million times, madam. I will not sail to Port Pulgar. Why don't you go bother Captain Matthews? You're my only hope, good sailors. You have to help. I tell you, it's like talking to a wall. A very noisy wall. Why won't you help, Mrs. Gooseberry? You too. Just because I'm a murderous doesn't mean I'm going to throw myself into battle. We aren't all soldiers. If you'd like to risk your own life traveling to Port Pulgar, then be my guest. Yeah. But please, sir, you could sail into the harbor. How many times must I say it? Pulgar's blockaded. And even if we did sail there, what would await us? A mercenary army ready to slit our throats? No thank you, madam. I don't care for that. Tell me about yourself. In all my years of trading with Hardland, I've never seen a dispute like this. Union's officials stab in their own pub or mercenary raids. In fact, the word dispute doesn't describe it. But what about you? What do you mean, what about me? Yes, about you. I'm a mere merchant. Whatever happens to the Port of Palms, I'm apolitical. Tell me about your ship. Handsome, isn't she? The Ivory Horn. She's been through storms and hurricanes to the Outer Isles and back, and look at her, still strong, still sturdy. That Murtus Grasmus ship. Yeah. Good sir, please take me to Port Pulgar. Confounded woman! Why won't she take no for an answer? She may be deaf. Do you have anything for sale? Not that kind of merchant. I suppose I'm what you'd call a deliveryman. What do you deliver? Whatever people buy. My most recent shipment, straight from King Filian's Royal Menagerie. You can imagine the price tag on that crate. But these union secretaries can't afford anything. Just between you and me though, I wouldn't transport something like this again. too much trouble keeping all those sheep aboard to feed it. Whenever you're moving live cargo, it's a headache. These days everything's topsy-turvy. Tell me about King Filion. King Filion, His Majesty, ruler of Hardland. No, doesn't ring a bell? I've never heard about him. No. What are they teaching you in Hardlanders? I'm not a Hardlander. Suppose it's all wooden kings in your textbooks. As though no other countries are worth studying. Well, I'll have you know that Hardland is a proud nation with its own sovereign, King Filion. Although technically he's a regent, he'll step down when Crown Prince Karin returns from his military service. But if you've never heard about King Filion, you won't know about that Crown Prince. I'm not a schoolman who's going to give you a lesson. Do you know about the Thunini? Naturally, I know all about the shipping routes to Hardland and the vessels selling them, and when those vessels sink. The Thunini was a merchant vessel, although it wasn't affiliated with the Union. It crashed during a smuggling run, serves them right for sailing on the western coast. A smuggling run? Word on the dock is that the Thunini was smuggling a royal relic, the king's head. His Majesty would probably pay a pretty penny to anyone who managed to retrieve that relic. I have the king's head. You have it, such a puny peasant carrying around such a precious treasure. Who are you calling puny? Who are you calling a peasant? You, why in Hardland you'd be considered lower than a peasant, but that hardly matters if you found a relic from the Thunini. You've presented us both with a golden opportunity. What's the opportunity? Look at you, you'll never meet His Majesty. I, on the other hand, may be honored with that privilege. Especially if I have a relic to give him. Sell it to me, I'll make it worth your while. What will you pay for the king's head? Enough Hardland gold to make Lucas Fitzcarraldo himself jealous. 15 large purses. I don't want to sell it. You'll never get a better deal. Reconsider and we'll talk again. Well, just because he called me a puny peasant doesn't want... No. That doesn't make me want to talk to you. I'm not sure if, you have to absolutely carry all the pieces, but you've got quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's quite a lot. No idea if something happens from having all the pieces together. Probably just bring an old king life. I don't know. Alright, so let's go and piss off the leader of this place. He doesn't get mad for long when you play him for a fool. It's just going to bite you a few times, and you know, he's like, all right, we're past this. Let's start business. Looks like we got ourselves a little lost, Lambkin. Wandered too far. Right into a wolf's den. People don't come here unless they've got dealings with me. And the little lamb's got no dealings with me. Do you know who I am, little lamb? No, I don't. I chop lambs into mincemeat, along with anyone who does me a wrong turn. Especially merchants. They don't just call me Ulf the Wolf because it rhymes. I'll guzzle your blood down for beer. That sounds like nonsense. Nonsense, huh? Maybe you think I'm grandstanding. You wouldn't be the first, but if you believe I'd hesitate before putting a bullet between someone's eyes, you're just an idiot. Try anything, and you'll learn that firsthand. I don't remember if I ever tried to kill him. I'll behave. Since you're still here, you must have a backbone. Oh, now you want to stroll away. You're the one who came pestering me. I've got to think what I should do with you. But worse is always one option. Another is you get on my good side. Tell me how. Everyone in this port hates merchants. If they don't, then they ain't here. I've seen to that. It happens. We've got one just now down at the dock. Fat, flabby, useless fool like all the rest. You agree they're worthless, right? I could piss him off, but not that way. I'll save the merchant. Then you shall have no problem escorting the merchant here to feed my pigs. Go down, tell them Ulf sent you, and bring him back around behind my place. If you double cross me, I'll blast your brains out. Capiche? Capiche? I think you tried and he killed you. Maybe. I don't remember. I know I done this a couple of weeks back, but don't remember. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you could try and succeed. I mean, I could try using my gun and crossbow. So I'll save the merchant, save at the fire, and I'll try to kill the big bad to see if things work out. That would be a first. I couldn't help it, please. I was starving. Ulf wants me to escort this merchant. And who are you supposed to be? Wait a minute, I get it. It's time to feed the pigs. Someone else played this game with Ulf last week. Only she got cold feet and the pigs got to eat something else for dinner. You taking him behind Ulf Villa, right? That's right. You hide that gooseberry, you get to visit the pigs. Alright, carry him off. You can't mean it, can you? About the pigs? You won't take me there, no. I can't see your counsel. I have no friends in this town. Well, you have one now. I mean, the roads are strange. They are. I'm lost, alone, helpless. And I'm strong. Always been an honest man. Never tell white lies. I tell you, you're my only hope. Yeah. Please take me somewhere else. I am. There are guards everywhere. Yeah. Oh, look, it's stars. Yeah. What do they say about fighting and running away? You're my savior, my hero, my knight. Might be food for all speakers you spared me. Must give you something. Take this. I will accept. The ring, I think? I won't need that confounded ring again. If the Union won't help me, I won't help the Union. I'll live to see another day. Yeah. As soon as I've regained my strength, I shall fetch my mother from the port of Palms. Perhaps we'll both sail to Stossland. Oh, that will piss off the other guy. So that's something I didn't take note last time. Somewhere beyond the Merchants Union's reach at least. So yeah. It would seriously piss off the other Murtast. Because he did say last time that he would feel like throwing her at the sea if he would encounter her again. Especially in his land. So, okay, let's see. About equipping this. I have no idea if trying to fight the big guy is going to piss off his army, because sometimes they just do nothing. If you attack an NPC, they don't care. If you attack a guard, they fight back after a couple of hits. Don't know if fighting the big guy is going to piss them off or if they're going to consider me their leader. If it's possible, it would be funny, but it would also mean that I wouldn't make money from selling the rings. So we'll see. Oh yeah, I cannot use a weapon. I cannot. I'll do what I want with the law here. The Elder King has no jurisdiction. Yeah, I cannot take my weapon out. You're dead meat. Alright. Thought you just released my prisoner. Thought I wouldn't notice. Nobody double crosses off the wolf and gets away with it. I'll take a bite out of ya. Let's see. So yeah, that answer. It sucks. You can't use a weapon. Yeah. Imagine, it would have been a funny outcome. You killed the big bad guy, the others are like, alright, we got a new boss. So yeah, you can kick them, it pisses them off, but you cannot, you know, because look. See? Just kill me again. See if I care. This sucks. Imagine if you had the ability to actually fight wherever you want. If you kick a guard, you get killed. If you kill the one on top, kid. If you fight a merchant, he's going to shoot you. But you can't actually fight them. Only piss them off. You dead meat. Yeah, I guess. And you go sit at a fire a bunch of times. You go back and see him. He's like, what? You want me to take another bite out of you? And then he starts to respect you because, you know, I'm not going to use my potions just to heal from this. I'm one of those gamers who pick up health potions and usually save them for, you know, when I really need it, but I never actually use it. Same thing in Skyrim. It's like, oh, I've got a bunch of health potions and magic resistance potions just in front of a boss room. I might need those, but I don't use them. I just pick them up. I'm overburdened when I get out of the dungeon and I just sell the stuff. I'm gonna bite you again. Yeah, sure. You've got some gall still talking to me after I beat your face. I'll have seconds. It would have been also interesting to see your character having actually holes in his face from being bitten by this guy. Out of curiosity, what is this game about? It's open world about, you know, you're trying to, I don't know, make a name for yourself. You can change how the worlds are going, because sometimes your decision can, you know, for example, this town, you could cause some death or you can save them, like I did with the merchant. The world will be affected by your decision. You can kill enemies or wait to be able to wear masks so you can talk to them instead. You get clues about hidden puzzles and stuff. Every item you have has a description that can, you know, help you with figuring out something. It's really a game to discover more than something can explain. It's not Elden Ring, it's not a Souls game, it's just weird but interesting in some, you know, aspect. Want some more pain? Yes, please, I'm here for it. How are you still alive? Such a scrawny little lamb. Wanna feed the wolf? Like it when I rip your flesh away? It's my pleasure to rip off more. But yeah. Like I said, it should have shown your character having some scars from some result from this. You know, show you the decisions you made a while back or something. But your character just doesn't care. You're like, nah, you bit my nose off? I'll grab another. Take my lips. Oh, you want to bite off my cheeks? Fine. Are my eyes not chewy enough for you? Nah. In Elden Ring or Dark Souls, your character can go through some really disgusting mutilations and they still don't care. Oh, there's a giant egg growing out of your head in Dark Souls 1. Psh, who cares? There's a giant worm that pokes out whenever you feed it 100,000 souls. Psh, nothing. You should be dead, but you ain't. You're bold and stupid, though. First you free my prisoner, then you keep surviving when I try to murder ya. That's an insult to my authority. But you know what? As long as you're still alive, I may as well put you to use. Oh, you put me to use? You refuse to feed my pigs, but you can still feed my men. That's right. I want you to scamper along to a few soldiers. Let them take bites out of your pathetic flank too. Which soldiers? Bowkeeper, Kazik, Rib Cracker Moth, just down the ramp from my villa. Give Tov and Snout at the barracks a good mouthful too, and not an Elgi at the dark. If you manage to feed them all without dying, then maybe I'll talk to you again. It's like he doesn't know that you can just regenerate HP from bite me. Alright, nub. Come on. Oh, thank you for the bits. The fan. See if I can recognize. Ah, so this guy wants to bite me first. Guess all pigs will have to eat someone else for dinner. Yeah, let him bite you, because sounds sane. You brought food for another pig instead, this pig right here. Delicious. See, it's like, really, your character just doesn't care. So this guy right here. But yeah, seriously, your character doesn't have a goal right now. He doesn't have a mission. Alright, let's free this town. He doesn't care. He's just like, you know, I'm bored. I'm just going to let people bite my face off. Your character is so empty inside. The only way for him to feel anything is through pain. So he's just going through it like, yeah, just bite me. Not that one. I see you. Keep a piece and you'll stay in one piece. I have to share. Let him bite you. Don't mind if I do tear a piece out of your hide. Yeah. Like I said, it's a different game. It has some interesting gameplay, but overall it's really weird. like the fact that it can run super fast. Yeah, but this is nothing. I don't have the wolf I can use as a mount. So I can run, at a faster pace. Plus, you know, you can actually swim with the wolf. If you're going alone, like this, you're gonna drown. Don't mind the fire. Or do mind it. Pretty entertaining, if I do say so myself. We've got a fancy merchant clerk who's locked himself inside. Like the flames would show more mercy than I will. He might just be right, actually. Maybe you could talk to him. Why should I? He knows my voice. I've tried to coax him out, but you're a commoner. He might trust you. I don't know how persuasive you can be, but I'll slip you a little reward if you do it. Just so you can't kill another there. Let him bite you. We got everything else under control. Talk to the clerk. Killing all these merchants make a soldier ominous. Okay, doesn't take a big bite. Still, I have to regenerate, or else I'll die. And it would be a really stupid way to die. I don't think I have to feed arrow. Bloody... no, not him. Percy the Carver? Did he mention Percy the Carver? No. Let him bite you, okay. Enlisting with the commander was the best decision I've ever made. There's no end to the low-life merchants who need slaughtering. You can't get better exercise. Let him bite you. Oh, this is gonna be good. I was just thinking about the snack. Yeah. I think I've got just one more to feed. BRB. Yep, sure. I'm just still showing my face to be bitten off by some, man pigs. Soldier can't afford to be squeamish. In fact, it helps to have a taste for violence. If you don't have one, I'd acquire it soon. You'll find our work much more enjoyable. Let him bite you. I've always loved sinking my teeth into warm flesh. Yeah, my character really doesn't care. He's probably into it. And like I said before, you don't have a journal, so you don't know when your objective, if you have any, has been completed. You're on the menu today. Don't talk to me until you've fed my men. Barkeeper, Kazik, ribcracker, moth, yeah, Tove and Snout at the barracks. Tove and Snout at the barracks. At the dock. Tove and Snout at the barracks. Tove and Snout. These barracks belong to the hunt. Nobody's getting inside without a helmet, just like mine. See it? And see how you're not wearing one? Yeah, that means you'd better leave. Yeah. A nibble for little on me? Oh, very sweet. Ah. What did you say about wearing a helmet? Sorry, Soldier, didn't recognize you. New recruit? I don't know if you'd find a bunk in these barracks, but help yourself to the heel. There's plenty to go around after the last mission. Yeah, enter. Look, you could so easily kill them, right? Yeah. Dead boar. Now you can kill him. Oh, look. Ugh. There. They are sleeping. They're dead tired. Don't worry. Minnow pigs. How to prove it? The taste. 4 pints. The cheapest lot money can buy. Then cram your mouth with human flesh. One bite, that's all it takes. We're swine, soldiers, we're swine. Do I really want to read this? Huntsman's heel. If I catch whoever keeps stealing the ladle, I'll shove it down your throat. Point the mandrake sap. What's this? I drank and the beds are flying. Your tastes are on your teeth. Your gut burns. Okay, so it slowly kills me, right? Yeah. How come we still hear snoring? They're dead. This hat is too yellow for this place. Okay, I do believe now I fed them all my face. Oh. like this, they don't care. They only care when I kick them. They don't care if I steal their stuff. Commander's hammer. The Wild Hunt's commander isn't known for mercy. This hammer is still embedded with her predecessor's teeth. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a two-hand weapon. So, what's the point of having the shield? After battle, Maximus the Huntsman died on many a head with his shield on a foreplate. His own head was the last it served. Oh, I guess it's a one-handed hammer? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't want to read what they have. Hardland's a strange place. You tell someone to feed a merchant to your pigs, and they end up feeding their own flesh to your soldiers. I was gonna kill you, little lamb, but I think I changed my mind. You deserve a reward for giving my men such a wholesome dinner. What reward? You must be hungry too. You need something to eat for yourself, a piece of yourself. Now hold still, one last time while I read it off. Yeah, sure, that sounds just as normal as everything else. I'd say we're even now, little lambkin. And I'm almost done from this. A peasant brave enough to stick around in my villa, well, that might not get my respect, but it gets my attention. I start to ponder on what you might do for me. Nobody likes a use if they can only be applied to one. Tell me about yourself. I guess you think you know me now. Think you'll sidle up and ask about my childhood, my hopes and dreams. But just because I haven't shot you yet, you got my trust. Well, think again. All you need to know is I'm the boss, and since I'm the boss, that means you work for me. I guess. Keep talking to me, kid, and I might just warm up to you. Tell me about Port Pulgar. First things first, this port is my territory. Never forget that, I guess. Some people do. Then I have to remind them with a couple of dead relatives. But most know how to leave my trade alone. I've got no grudge, let me be clear, against the common folk. It's the Union that needs killing. Them and their blockhead. Their blockhead. Well, my character is oblivious to the blockhead as well. Can't sail a ship out of this port. Not without some Union vessel shooting around the coast to intercept it. They've got us surrounded at sea. What I'd give to sink their fleet. Let's talk about the Union. Let's talk about slaughtering them. That's my aim, and you're gonna assist. Not that I intend to give you any special tasks, you're nobody. I'm just for the same deal I extend to everyone in Port Pulgar. I want you to go shopping. How's that sound? Shopping for what? Well, for rings of merchants, I guess. Something only Union's merchants have. You won't get it by haggling. You won't get it by robbing them. In fact, you'll need to pry it from their cold, dead, fat fingers. I want their rings. They're pretty golden rings. Every ring I get means one more body's out there rotting in the ditch where it belongs. I can't do that. Gives me like 1,000, like I said, for each. Just what I wanted to hear. You come across a dead one on the road, feel free to keep whatever's where you're carrying to, but bring me his ring, and I'll pay you damn well. Capiche? Capiche. Right now, I've got one equipped. Not everyone can keep babbling with me and keep their composure. The fact that you're still coming back bodes well for your acquaintance. Yeah, acquaintance kid. There's trouble at the barracks. And you came here to tell me on your own? These sports barracks are the Wild Hunt's territory. Any trouble there they can handle. Don't worry getting into stupid drunken brawls. This can't wait. It's serious. Sounds like more than just a brawl. Those soldiers better not be skinning some more old folks without my go-ahead. Alright, I'll take a walk down there. I'm not paying the hunt to start. Ruckus every other day. You're coming too. Let's go. Oh, maybe this is when I can kill him? I'll warn you, this better be worth my time. Yeah, depart. Yeah, let's see. Let's get ready, maybe? Let's replace the torch. I smell carnage, it doesn't look good, yeah? Just like I thought, anyone who comes around with bad news is bad news. You goddamn lying murderer. Even cowards got us more guts. I knew there was a reason my entries didn't report. I don't know what you mean. That's right, you got me. At least you admit it. Your brain's gotta be scrambled in that yellow skull. Killing soldiers in their sleep, then bringing me to sea. There's only one way this can end. You know what happens next. Ah! Almost made it away from the hit, but no. I mean, I could actually try to kill him then. So I'll save twice. I'll save here. I'll talk to him. He'll feed me my own flesh again. And before I tell him, hey, you know what, there are dead people in the barracks, I'll save again. Alright, I have to loot the place again. At least we do have the opportunity to kill him ourselves. Hey, I'm curious to see if he has any good loot. Let's see. What? How come I don't have... Oh, okay, because he equips it, drops to 0 for some reason. But I still have weapons, okay. Okay. Yeah, we've had this conversation already. Just going to keep talking, tell me about yourself, blah blah blah, got it. Port Pulgar, I won't, the blockade, back. Let's talk about the Union, shopping for what, I can't do that. Capiche. Sheesh. Okay, let's save twice and talk back to him and see if we can actually kill him. I really want to see if, you know, they'll decide to just fight me afterward from killing him, or if they will consider me the new boss for killing the old one, or if they'll just leave. I'm pretty sure I've never done this, so let's see. Ah, okay. Oh, there's a bunch around us. Okay. If I knew that he had a gang, I would have gone the other way, maybe. Just to restart. Come on. Okay. I'll try again, and I mean a few times, and then I'll end the stream because it's already 7 p.m. Okay. He hits me twice, I'm dead. He's going to shoot at me, and they're going to rush. Maybe I can somehow get out of that. I could not get out of there because they said, I think, that it's locked. There has to be a way for us to fight them. I refuse to believe this is some kind of game over, no matter what you do when you get to that part. Nah, I cannot fight them. He hits me once. I turn around, he shoot at my back. I could try poisoning the place, because at some point he's going to give me poison to take it to the merchants. So I'll keep talking to him normally, and I'm pretty sure they don't care about me killing them in the barracks. Unless I just let them know that the barracks been, a graveyard. They don't care. I have a merchant's ring. No, I don't want to give you mine. Let's discuss human meat. As far as that goes, we've got our little vices, aren't we? You're not half bad to have around. I have a merchant's ring. Well, I'll be damned. You brought one. Let me see. Give me the ring. Fine. Telkit. Right, heft. Right, make. And here's the union seal. If this ain't a genuine article, I don't know what genuine means. Well done. Well done indeed, little lumpkin. You've gone some teeth. Not I bet you're twitching to get your reward. Yes. And I deliver on my promises. What did you think I'd renege on our arrangement? Reneging is what union's merchants do, and worse. I may feed them to my pigs, but they're the pigs who feed on this kingdom. Always depend on all to honor a bargain. I will. No, see, that's how you make a trade. No lending, no interest, and no account. Just gold for goods. Get the gold, and I get to add a new piercing to my collection. Bring me another and I'll pay again, capiche? Capiche? Oh, 3k! 3k for one ring. As though the embargo will matter once. The Dosactol we're not holding Port Pulgar because we need a trade center. They can't strangle our commerce. Ulf's plans are much larger than the merchant lords can understand with their petty bookkeeping. Okay. So 3k for one ring. I can buy 2 of the undead merchants for 250 each, I think? No, 80. No, 280. I don't remember. It's 2 something for a ring. Let's see, where is it? Undead merchant is near here. So he's going to give us more lines of dialogues for quests as we give him more rings. So I'll do this. He got only 1? Okay. 800. I was far off. I'm making some money back at least. And no, you cannot kill, like I said, a merchant for their ring. You can only find corpses. So yeah, I'll give this one ring again and I will end the stream. I'll come back, but I'm about to end it. Oh, an ad. I'm so sorry. Again, I have no control over ads. Welcome back. I have another merchant's ring. Already? My, you do work quickly. Let's inspect it. Well, it cost me 800, so, you know. Well, it's a union ring, alright? There's no mistake. You realized most people don't even kill one merchant. You killed two. Well, I found one corpse and I bought one ring, so, you know. I took you for a common vagabond, another damn adventurer drifting without purpose. I should have asked this long ago. Just who the hell are you? I'm an adventurer. I'm just a common vagabond. Modesty is cute, but it's never the truth. Common vagabonds don't march into my villa with two rings they got from dead merchants. That takes skill, that takes ambition. If you're nothing else, you're still a smart entrepreneur. Perhaps. This relationship we're building, it's leading somewhere. I doubted you'd amount to much when we first met. Another groveling peasant, I thought. You make me think again each time we talk. This might be a rewarding acquaintance. You earn more gold and you can earn more with another ring. Capiche? Capiche? Alright, another 3,000 gold. And I'm going back to sit at the fire, and that will be all for the stream. But yeah, they really don't care if you murdered everybody in the barracks. And, you know, as long as you don't try to have him cornered because you're the one who's going to be surrounded. I have no idea if you're in any position to actually survive this fight. Alright. But yeah, like I said, it's 7 p.m. Well, now it's 7:10 p.m. So, yeah, I have to end the stream and walk the dog. So, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.